They really are working very, very hard at the ruck area, Leeds, to just try and prevent any ruck speed at all for this ball movement from the Warriors.
Here comes Tompkins into the line to brother Joel, and Charlie thought about the corner, went on the inside, and has he got it down? Phil Bentham will confirm he has. Opening try of the game, and it's Josh Charlie the scorer. He sparkled and shone in this Challenge Cup campaign, in quarter-finals and semis, and now he's a final try scorer too.
Well, is Josh Charlie making history? It was certainly a very good try indeed. There's lovely shape and structure to that ball movement from left to right, but that took some finishing. He left a player in his wake, and he carried two players over the try line. A lovely little right foot step there from Charlie, took him inside Danny Maguire, and over he goes despite the attempts of Ablett and Webb for a very, very good finish indeed. It's this right foot step, it's that bought him that bit of space there for Charlie to cross, and that's an outstanding finish from the youngster. 24 tries in 28 games. He really is a talent.
It's amazing how he's come on in leaps and bounds, and with a star like Sam Tompkins shining so brightly in this side, he's perhaps gone a little bit underneath the headlights, hasn't he, Josh Charlie, this season? I think in any other year he might have got even more attention than he has been getting in terms of media coverage. Maybe the day is today that he comes and shows us what a star he is. Here's Richards from the touchline, but he has put it wide. He had a disappointing kicking afternoon last week in the Super League. He was practicing kicking on the pitch here yesterday, but it's a disappointing start here from Pat Richards' point of view. But Charlie after 10 minutes, and Wigan lead 4-0.
Move! Jamie, 10 metres! Go!
But it is still only 4-0 here. And Leeds are going to take great heart from that, aren't they? Because they have been distinctly under the cosh in these opening 23 minutes, and find themselves deeper in trouble now, because Brent Webb's knock on under that high ball has given Wigan head and feed 10 yards away from the Leeds line.
Well, you'd look and you'd say it wasn't under much pressure, and that looks a simple drop, but I'll tell you, if you saw the flight of the kick there from Tompkins, it was spiralling and it just dipped prior to Webb and made it very difficult. It was perhaps poor skill from Webb, but it was an exceptional skill from Sam Tompkins with that spiral bomb.
Well, I can see that Robbie Burrows come on the field as well here. Expected interchange, of course. He'll give them a bit of zip and brightness from dummy half with ball in hand. But his side having to defend here, and Lima's over! Jeff Lima punching his way through that Leeds line, and it's a second Wigan try.
And a very good try indeed, and it came off the back of that header from Brent Webb. And Wigan just going forward and building relentless pressure, ultimately has had its reward, and that reward is a second try from Lima. There's the header, a very difficult kick to catch, but you've got to take them if you're going to win Challenge Cup games. And this is a lovely soft pass there, beautiful pass from Prescott, just to the supporting Lima. He did really well, Prescott. He went in, away, sucked a Leeds defender in, and just a lovely soft hands there to Lima, pushing into the next hole, and it was a great try indeed. You don't often credit prop forwards with passing skills, but I'll tell you, that was a peach of a pass there from Paul Prescott to Danny Lima.
Peach of a pass from Paul Prescott. I'm glad I wasn't standing in front of you when you were saying that. And Pat Richards, to continue partially the alliteration, has a chance for another two here. 8-0, Wigan lead. They'll be into double figures if Richards, as expected, puts this over. And he has. Wigan lead by 10-0. It's possibly a fair reflection of the domination of their game so far. Leeds' character is going to be sorely tested from here on in.
Well, here's the pass. It's a lovely pass. The weighting of that pass was perfect. He didn't need to break stride whatsoever to reel it in, and his strength and his bulk just took him over the line there for a very good try. It looks very simple, but it's a really skillfully constructed try.
Many believing that Leeds should have won that day, for a try from Danny Maguire being ruled out. Here comes the final tackle. Watkins on that far side. Tompkins with a pickup. Skipping around the advancing line and finding a gap, and suddenly there's open space for Joel Tompkins, who pushes away one defender. Joel Tompkins back to the middle, sidesteps between two. It is one of the great Wembley tries. Tompkins Jr. and Tompkins Sr. and Wigan in complete control.
Well, you talk about Martin Offiah's great try in a Wigan Leeds final in the past. That one was every bit as good. A sensational try on the first play of the set. It was exquisite, it really was. There was Sam Tompkins drifting across the edge of the line, hasn't moved up, that's Jones, Buchanan and Hall, and he skipped across, brought the space, fended one man off, and then just look at this, a beautiful step to the inside, and he's just got too much pace for Jamie Peacock. That is a sensational rugby league try from the Tompkins brothers, finished by Joel Tompkins, often the unsung hero, but he's certainly the hero today.
Wow. Neutrals and Wigan supporters alike, take your hat off to Joel Tompkins for that wonderful try. Leeds supporters' hearts are sinking desperately at the moment. It's looking like Wigan's Wembley day so far. Something has to turn around dramatically here. Richards puts it over, and it is 16 points to 0 in Wigan's favour.
Well, this is absolutely exquisite. It's beautiful to watch. It's athleticism, it's skill, it's pace, it's power, and it's a great finish on the biggest stage. What an absolutely sensational try from Joel Tompkins there to give Wigan that 16 points to 0 lead.
Quickly away, Sinfield again, dummies to Delaney. Across the line, Jones Buchanan offloads to Sinfield. Good hands from him. Ablett out left, Hall into the corner. Game back on. Leeds with a try, they desperately need it. Absolutely vital score for their hopes and for the game. And they just have a little bit of hope in their hearts again.
Yeah, well, from the scraps of possession that they've had and from the scraps of territory, they've engineered an outstanding try, and it's one that was absolutely essential for their hopes. There's the penalty there. Coley on Burrow. And this is the ball movement, particularly at the end. Just watch this at the end. This little off, look at the quick hands there, and that created the space for Ablett to give the orthodox pass there out to Ryan Hall. But I just love this offload and the quick hands. Jones Buchanan, Sinfield, out the ball goes, Maguire to Ablett, and that's the space for the finish in the corner by Hall. That's a high quality rugby league try by the Rhinos, and it's the best riposte they could possibly have come up with.
Well, they needed their senior players to step up, didn't they? And Kevin Sinfield has done just that, getting himself right at the heart of things to create that try. And now with a kick from the touchline. He's already a Leeds legend, is Kevin Sinfield. A record point scorer, a record goal scorer in the history of that club. Records he's surpassed this season, and he might just have added another two. He hasn't, it's hit the upright. But it's 16-4, and Leeds have some hope.
Yeah, it is hope. It's back to a two-score game. And the time obviously ticking away towards half-time. But this is an outstanding piece of skill from Jones Buchanan. Lovely offload, and then Sinfield's hands and Maguire's hands were absolute lightning before the orthodox pass from Ablett to Hall. And a very, very good rugby league try indeed by that man there, Ryan Hall.
Well, the game had passed them by last year before they managed to get a try against the Warrington Wolves. And this year, that score from Hall just before the break will lift spirits considerably. It's grey overhead. We might be due for another shower soon. Quick play the ball, picked up by Jones Buchanan. A little bit of untidiness behind the ruck from the Wigan players. Exploited superbly by Jones Buchanan, and Richards rushing in to make a much-needed tackle. Better from Leeds.
Yeah, it all came on the back of a quick play of the ball, and all of a sudden Leeds are the team with the wind in the sails.
Here's Delaney, standing up strongly in the tackle. Pulled down at the second attempt. Little Rob Burrow dancing away. Inside pass again, Sinfield. Burrow dodges away from the attempted curly tackle. Out wide, Watkins, good hands by him. Ben Jones-Bishop battering his way in. It's another Leeds try. The comeback is on now.
Well, if you score once, David, you may as well get the ball back, and let's do it again. And that's exactly what the Leeds Rhinos have done, all on the back of some quick ruck speed towards the end of this half, and then some great skill at the end. This is a quick play of the ball. Whether he played the ball correctly or not is up for debate. Jones Buchanan wasn't asking, he made the break. It was hauled down there by Pat Richards defending at fullback, but then all of a sudden Rob Burrow speeded things up, just gets the ball going forward. Webb, Sinfield, Burrow, and look at this for a finish from the youngster. Outstanding work there from Ben Jones-Bishop to twist, turn in the tackles and ground the ball for a very, very, very important try right out on that right-hand corner.
A lot of talk before the game about Sam Tompkins, quite rightly. He is a mercurial talent, but Leeds have got their players of star quality too. Ben Jones-Bishop being just one of them. What a big future he's got in the game. And Kevin Sinfield with another kick, only moments after his first conversion attempt, puts this over, and Leeds are back within a try and a goal. It's an extraordinary repulse from the position they were in.
It is. This is a big pressure kick once again, David.
Kevin Sinfield from the touchline has put it through. It's an extraordinary good kick from Kevin Sinfield, and what a transformation in the afternoon. From 16-0 to 16-10 in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, Burrows, and there's Webb to Sinfield. Sinfield's offload, Rob Burrows there darting about. A lovely little pass from Watkins, but I like this finish from Jones-Bishop. But I'll tell you what I like even more is the conversion, Dave. Kevin Sinfield must be absolutely oblivious to pressure. He just stroked it over the H's for a very, very important 2 point. We're back to a 1 point ball game, a one score ball game.
Well, Robbie Hunt
there from Badeiras. They really are working so hard defensively, Leeds, to restrict this Wigan machine coming forward.
Hoffman is the latest to be clattered and has lost it. Clean lost it. He'll complain and he'll look menacingly at the referee, but it's Leeds' head and feet at the scrum.
And that's the reward for speed of line and good initial first up contact. Outstanding work from Delaney, who I think's had a superb game today, and he forced the error, and that's what you get with the speed of line. It puts pressure on the ball carrier and it forces errors. That's a defensive win.
Well, he started the day as 33-1 to win the Lansdowne Trophy, Brett Delaney, but he must be in with a shout. Here's Maguire as Leeds look left again. Webb, Ablett with a step and the twist. He's over. Has he touched it down? He's certain. The referee less so. Phil Benford puts the square in the air. We'll have another look.
Well, for me, it looked all over the try, both watching with the naked eye and then just glancing down to the screen in front of me. And Ablett's had a superb game as well. We've sung Delaney's praises. That guy's had a top game. And again, it's Ablett versus Tompkins, two big guys there. And it's certainly, the ball's on the line, and if it's on the line with downward pressure, it's a try. That will be a very, very easy decision indeed for video referee Steve Ganson.
Well, he hasn't taken too many looks, and he has confirmed the try. And Leeds are back within a Kevin Sinfield conversion of tying this game up. Carl Ablett, a doubtful starter in the build-up to this match, might just have provided one of the game's most crucial moments.
Yeah, the error was forced with aggressive defence. It was a scrum move here. Maguire just interesting Deacon, just created a bit of space. It then became Ablett v Tompkins, and he's a big man, is Carl Ablett down that left-hand channel, and he does a real good job there in the collision to twist out and ground the ball legally for a very good try.
Well, the pressure's on Sinfield. Not that you'd ever notice the pressure on Kevin Sinfield. He's dealt with a few kicks like this in his career. He's done it in semi-finals. He's done it on plenty of big occasions. But this is a goal to put his side level again. All eyes on Kevin Sinfield as forward he strides, and right-footed, hits it sure enough, but has put it wide. He's put it wide, and it remains Wigan by the slenderest of margins. They lead by 16 points to 14.
Well, there's the aggressive speed of line, and there is the lost ball, and that leads to field position and a very good first tackle play straight from a scrum. Tompkins is backing off, Ablett takes advantage of it, he uses that space to get over the try line. Great try.
Hold.
Tommy Leroy. Little shuffle out from dummy half forward. He's allowed to play on, and Lima slides in. Did he still have control as he got over the line? The referee said he has. He's an unlikely Wigan hero, but he might just be turning into that. One in the first half, one in the second. The old 1-2 provides the sucker punch to Leeds, and Wigan have a margin that suggests victory again.
Well, that field position came from kick pressure, but I'll tell you, David, I'm not certain about this last pass. The last pass to Lima really did look questionable. It's from Mossop, and they played in the first one, and for me, his hands are going in a forward direction. Lima did really well to bump a player off and then carry on with his leg drive over the line, but just watch his hands here. Oh my word. Oh my word. Either Phil Bentham or one of the touches has missed that. That's a great finish from Lima, and he didn't ask questions, but there's got to be a question about the pass in the build-up to that from Mossop to Lima.
Well, before today, Jeff Lima had only scored one Wigan try in 26 appearances. He's doubled his try-scoring tally, and if you're going to do that at Wembley Stadium, you're going to be a very satisfied player. So Pat Richards settles himself here. Safe enough. 22 for Wigan, 14 for Leeds. Leeds have to score twice again. Psychologically, it's tough.
Yeah, and it's a little play they used the first half. It was Prescott to Lima that time, but that's Mossop to Lima. And although he bumps Ablett and Bailey off and finishes very well, the talk after the game, I'll tell you, will be about that final pass from Mossop to Lima. That's the little play Wigan have used for Lima so effectively, but Wigan clamped that up.
They're already on the last here. Sinfield behind the line. Maguire delays it and hauls in. What a pass by Danny Maguire. Ryan Hall had it read. The referee wants another look.
Well, we said it was such an important set for the Leeds Rhinos. We said they had to come up with something, and have they? It was a superb last pass from Maguire, a long pass across the face of one player, but it did need some finishing. Has Ryan Hall finished it? Yes, Ryan Hall has finished it. This game is still alive. It's a great finish, this one. It's well inside the field of play. He has control of the ball. There is downward pressure. That is 4 points, and that's a great try at a crucial time. And boy, have we got a finish.
Here comes the absolute confirmation. The try is given. It is game on. 22-18 with a kick to come. What a time to score your 99th try for Leeds.
Well, there'll be a better one to score your 100th, Dave, and that's in the next 4 or 5 minutes. But it was a great try, it really was. There was great skill to give Hall the half chance, but my word, didn't he take that half chance so well? Big kick again.
Sinfield with a conversion attempt right from the touchline. Has he got the angle right? No, he hasn't. just off again. 1 out of 4 for Kevin Sinfield, but it is 22 points to 18, and Leeds are within squeaky bum distance again.
They really are, and this is a high tackle on Burrow, and quite rightly so. But this really did take some scoring. Good skill there, and a peach of a pass once again from Maguire across the face of Ablett to Ryan Hall. But what a finish. He's a big fella, he's got plenty of space, and he just squeezed in at the corner.
Moment.
Hold!
Remember when they played in Super League this season, 22 points apiece at Headingley, 26-24 to Wigan at the DW Stadium. Here comes Ben Jones Bishop. What a wonderful break by him. The kick downfield. It's Maguire who's after it. Tompkins can't take it. Neither can Maguire. What a chance. What an opportunity. But Wigan survive.
Well, it did really well, Ben Jones Bishop. It was just pure pace. It stood Richard up, backed his pace on the outside, but it'd been better passing the ball to Webb. It took the more risky option of kicking in field, and Tompkins did really well to go back and challenge Maguire for the ball. Couldn't reel it in, but neither could Danny Maguire, and his was the last hand to touch the ball, and that's why it's a tap 20. That may well have been the ball game.
Move!
Driving it on.
Hold! Wait!
Lulai whisked it out. They're going to kick.
40.
They're going to kick. He was behind the 40. He's behind the 40. It bounces awkwardly. Burrows after it. Burrows after it. Now, who did that come off? Touched on the far side. There's got a big shout here. It's Wigan's fans who are bouncing up and down. It's head and feet to Wigan.
Yeah, well, it didn't look the best kick from Finch, but what made it into an outstanding kick is that chase. And it's Tompkins, it's Charlie in with the chase, and it was Burrows that put the ball over the sideline. You see Charlie there putting boot to ball. And off it came from Burrow. Oh, did it? My word.
Well, Robert Hicks, the touch shot on that far side, has just made a big decision. It's Wigan's head and feed with 3 minutes left to play. Here comes Hoffman, desperate to hang on for a Challenge Cup winner's medal. Quick by Hansen, forward by Coley, driven it in.
Hold!
Here's Lulai, Deacon, inevitably, Farrell.
3. Move! Goal line! 8.
Slow to play. Lulai picks up and scampers. Tommy Lulai might just have won it for Wigan. The referee's going to ask for another video replay. But Tommy Lulai is at the heart of Cherry and White celebrations.
He knows.
It's a look of quiet
knows.
confidence.
He knows he scored as Tommy Lulai, and he looks so determined with that carry. And
has he lost control of the ball?
well, that's a good call from Phil Bentham to go to the video referee. Is there any separation between the ball carrying arm and the ball?
He's not got downward pressure on that, has he?
Well, it's a real tight one. We'll be looking at this, I feel, because this is the ball game. I think he may well have lost that, but they'll have to look at it.
Well, the left arm got downward pressure, but I think he lost it before the left arm came down.
Is the separation here? Right hand and ball separate, but has the ball been grounded prior? My word, this is a real difficult decision. Is it a benefit of the doubt decision? But I'll tell you what, Dave, the Challenge Cup's on this. We can get this and they can start wending their way up to the steps to pick up the Challenge Cup. It's a vital decision from video referee Steve Ganson. Separation or not, downward pressure or not.
Well, he's used to making these big decisions, isn't he, Steve Ganson? As a referee in the middle or as a video referee in the box. He's had some big calls in his career. They don't come much bigger than this.
It is a big decision.
And if you were the video referee, what would you give?
If I was the video referee, I would give Try benefit of the doubt because of that there.
Well, the left arm definitely gets downward pressure. It's a question of whether he's lost it.
When does the ball hit terra firma? It really is.
Here we go. Here we go. Hold your breath. Whatever you want, hold your breath. The try is given. Benefit of the doubt. In the most controversial of fashions. Wigan look as though they've won the Challenge Cup. It's cherry and white delight. But they'll be arguing long and loud about that decision.
Well, I think it was the correct decision, and Wigan haven't now won the Challenge Cup. Richard's goal kick is immaterial, in all honesty. That's it, because they're at 2 scores away. But wasn't Lulai determined when he picked that ball? He read there was a man down at the tackle, and he flew at the goal line and got enough downward pressure to make us all question, and Steve Gans to give the decision benefit of the doubt. And that sent the cup up the M6 to Wigan.
Well, Pat Richards knows there's absolutely no pressure on here, apart from personal pride. Adding another 2 points at Wembley Stadium, because 26-18, Wigan have won it. But he'll put it over, for good measure. It is 28 points to 18, a 10 points difference. Tommy Lulai, his dad, before he was born, his dad scored a Wembley try we all remember,
he saw a
and
man
he's
down
now
there.
Scored one.
He saw a man down, and he absolutely flew like a bullet at the goal line and hurled himself in a low trajectory over the goal line. Great try, what a game, what a finish.
They taste defeat at Wembley, but what a battle they provided today. Here comes Maguire, running it back, the countdown, and the final hooter. The referee has to get involved again right at the end. The tempers are flaring, but it's hops of delight on the touchline for those Wigan Warriors, because they know the Challenge Cup is theirs, but they've had to win it in classic style.
This has been an absolutely brilliant game of rugby league. Wigan came out flying and put pressure on the Rhinos, but Leeds responded so well, showed such great character, came back into the game, clawed the way back into the game before the Warriors just clinched it with a bit of controversy at the end. And what a fitting reward for Jeff Lima. 2 tries from forward. What a game we've had. We're all breathless. It's been befitting the occasion as this. Absolutely superb.
Well, Jeff Lehman also becomes only the 5th Kiwi as well to win the Lansdowne Trophy. Sess Manford, Dean Bell, and the brothers Robbie and Henry Paul, the other 4. So another little bit of history. And Michael Maguire, the Australian, coming onto the field. He took them to a grand final last year and won it. And he's taken them to a Challenge Cup final this year and won it. What a day for him. What a day for those Wigan players. You really have to feel for Leeds, don't you?
You know, you've got to have a great deal of sympathy for them, but you've got to admire the character, the determination. They really put last year's performance behind them. This was a superb performance, even in defeat. 4 tries against this Wigan side, but it was the manner that they came back from that 16-point shot to start with that made it a great final. They can feel very proud to have played their part in a great final.
Leeds 18, Wigan 28. It has been a classic Wembley Cup final, but it's Wigan who are the Carnegie Challenge Cup winners.
You've created a very special bunch here, haven't you, in your 2 years?
They are a very special bunch, and they all get along really well and really enjoy playing together. So, rugby league teams change over the years, but this is a real special one, and one that will definitely go down in the Wigan history.
I know you
Has laid the foundations, and then whoever comes in next year, I'm sure we can carry that on.
Well, the rain is tipping down on this bit. It's not going to dampen the spirits, is it?
Definitely not. Big party tonight.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
And full credit to Wigan, they really were superb in that final. A few controversial issues, we will reflect on those as well, and some referee decisions that could easily have gone the other way. Leeds will be feeling pretty hard done by a few things that happened out of there, but make no mistake, this Wigan side is class, and as a club they encapsulate Challenge Cup history. It's the 18th time they have won it, but for Kevin Sinfield, this is a very, very long and steep staircase, and unfortunately he's climbed it 4 times now as a loser in the final, and his kicking boots were not quite working today. But Kevin Sinfield and Leeds ensured that this was by far and away the best final we've had so far at the new Wembley, and a very good tense competition right till the end. But you've got to feel for them. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. They wanted so much to put behind them what happened last year. A much better performance than they had last year against Warrington, and they were 16-0 down. Came back to 16-14, then Lima scored to take Wigan 22-14 ahead, and then Leeds came back into it, and eventually they've been beaten by 10 points. Could easily have been closer than that, could yet have been their match, but my word, it's a miserable, grim, rainy day for them, and that is how it's feeling inside as well as outside, and it's a desperate shame, it really is, because this is such a tight group of players. They've grown up together, they've improved together. Sinfield's led them with great dignity. This is a medal, I guess, sometimes, Jonathan, you don't even want to take.
No, I took it once, and it's not a pleasant memory. It's not pleasant memory. It's worse when you're actually doing it. So it's a great place to come and play. It's not a place for losers. Not a place for losers.
And it's been such a odd season for them, whereas for Wigan it's just been one win after another. They continue to improve, and Dave Wood's a very impressive performance there all round from Wigan.
Absolutely, very impressive Wigan career as well from Sean O'Loughlin. You talk about the heartbreak of Kevin Sinfield and his teammates, and what about the absolute joy reflected by this Wigan side. Sean O'Loughlin, his dad Kieran, climbed these steps as a Widnes player back in 1984, and Sean O'Loughlin has spent his entire career with his hometown club, has finally got the chance to lead them up, lead the side up, and lift that trophy. The smile gives it away, doesn't it? He knows what it means to be in this position as the Wigan skipper. He knows how important this trophy, more than any other, is to that particular town. Cherry and white blossoms again along Wembley Way. 2011 Carnegie Challenge Cup winners, the Wigan Warriors. And there'll be some celebrations tonight. The Wigan fans will stay in here for as long as they possibly can. They have been long and lean years as far as that club is concerned, in terms of getting back to this stadium and lifting that trophy. And there are so many Wigan-born players in that side who know the tradition, who know the birthright in terms of the Challenge Cup. It'll go all along the line. Ryan Hoffman, the Australian, saying this week he's played in so many big occasions, so many big grounds, but none of them will surpass what he was expecting to experience here today. And I'm sure that is the case. Harrison Hansen, another whose father had his moments. Tommy Lulai, the match-winning try scorer, passing it on to George Carmont, perhaps one of the most underrated signings that Wigan have made in recent years. Josh Charnley, and hometown boy Paul Deaker, most of his career spent at Bradford, but now back with Wigan, and a chance to lift the trophy. And how about him, Jeff Lima, the unlikeliest of Lance Top Trophy winners. He is, by the way, the 13th Wigan player to win the Lance Top Trophy. They have a full team, but there won't be many prop forwards in that list of 13.
They certainly aren't, and you can just see the joy on the faces there. It means absolutely so much to them. Chairman Ian Lenigan there, and Michael Maguire bringing up the rear, and that's been a successful appointment for the chairman there. He returns to Australia, South Sydney at the end of the season with a grand final win last year, a Challenge Cup win this year, and the playoffs to come yet. So the boy done good.
Well, for all the joy, there has to be heartbreak. That's what makes it a Challenge Cup final. That sheer polarising of emotions at the end of the 80 minutes. Some utter delight, others utter despair. But all the joy today is with the Wigan Warriors. A former Wigan great, Ellery Hanley, with a word for the current coach. And they will enjoy their night tonight and their long journey home, either tonight, tomorrow, the day after. They don't care at the moment. They're only thinking about this moment and what it means. Wigan the Challenge Cup winners.